My name is Thomas McNulty and I'm 18 years old.
Well, my name is Malik Zwabi and I'm 15.
Taha Hamza, 18 years old.
Afraz, and I am 15.
Ibrahim and I'm 18 years old. MIA NextGen has impacted me on both a personal level and at a student level. In regards to the personal level, it's really helped me to be able to understand my own religion at a new level and how I'm able to implement all the things that I'm learning on a day-to-day basis.
Before I thought, you know the term too religious. That's what I used to think, going with a mosque, everything's going to be about Islam. But then when you think about it, everything is about Islam because we're Muslims. You get me?
I came to MIA NextGen around 2 years ago, and since then, I guess I've made a lot more friends who are devoted and bright, and they're just good company, but also they're a great inspiration to me to serve myself towards Islam and to please Allah in every action that I do. So that's a great benefit of MIA NextGen. And I'd say that once I came here, I've changed as a person through the actions that I do, the lifestyle that I have now, and the way I look at things. For example, the way I'll interact in school was different to how I was like 2 years ago.
There is definitely a good reminder in it. Tries to refresh you in your deen. And I guess with respect to whatever the lesson was, you start to look at things differently. Whenever you're in the situation that might have been mentioned, you start to realize, here's where this lesson can apply, here's how I should be changing my behavior, so I should actually be doing this now. If you're looking for a very, very strong brotherhood to build, as well as good foundational Islamic lessons to listen in on, this would be the perfect place. Channel some energy into it. Yeah, I'd say it's a very good opportunity.
MIA NextGen is filled with wonderful people that will help you realize the true purpose of this life, and they'll enlighten you with all the beauties of Islam, and they'll genuinely just make you happier. A lot of Muslim children feel really alone sometimes, and I don't think anyone should really feel like that, especially as a Muslim. It's important that they can interact and connect with other Muslims their age, because that's where that inspiration, that drive to push each other comes in. And the youth is a very sacred thing in the way that it's only for 10 years that you have this kind of energy.
I want you to think about the value that centers around you had, and whether you felt that they were welcomed, whether you felt that they were appreciated and they were valued, and that they were part and parcel of the fabric of that center and that community itself. So I believe that looking at the next-gen scene / Islamic schooling scene, I feel there is a lot of impact, where even if students haven't attended next-gen, at least they know about it. At least they've heard about it. At least they've had the opportunity to come to these events. All their friends are giving da'wah to them to bring them over to our events as well, inshallah.
Allah Azza wa Jal gives us direction and vision and purpose. Allah Azza wa Jal is saying, وَهُوَ الَّذِي جَعَلَكُمْ خَلَائِفَ الْأَرْضِ. It is He, Allah Azza wa Jal, who made you khala'if on earth. You see, the word khalifa comes from the word khalafa. And khalafa, basically it means to succeed one another.
So remember when you chose these 3 traits that you wanted to center your leadership around? Remember, uphold it and stay true to it.
The relationships you gain with the brothers, and that relationship is again fortified by Islam and the brotherhood. It just becomes an unbreakable bond, and you just learn things from one another, and you're willing to cop advice when you feel like when the brothers feel like you've done something wrong or you could have done something a little bit better. you cop it like because you love each other for the sake of Allah, and you learn. If I were to say anything, it'd be to encourage the brothers to join earlier, bring your little brothers, and like, cause just spread the blessing, cause NextGen, alhamdulillah, is a blessing.
NextGen isn't something that I can sell to someone through a conversation. NextGen, I believe, is something that has to be experienced by the person that obviously wants to attend or wants to have a look. I believe that there's a lot of potential for NextGen to really take its level of impact to the next level. I think that I do see NextGen being able to evolve into something that is beyond the four walls of the masjid, inshallah. In whatever capacity that looks like, I do believe that the wonderful boys that are running NextGen, alhamdulillah, do understand that, and I do believe that the only way that I see NextGen moving is up, inshallah.
The NextGen program at MIA, alhamdulillah, has now been running for 3 years. The program itself comprehensively develops the youth in many areas, including social issues, mental issues, physiological issues, and also common challenges that they may face, especially in the Western world, in future times. Alhamdulillah, the program is structured to be super sustainable. The program doesn't just include serving the community some food, or playing some sports, or listening to a lecture that might make you feel good after. The program itself is actually built to develop the shabab in many more areas, including organizational skills, including soft skills, including interpersonal skills. And for that reason, inshallah ta'ala, the shabab will have a better understanding of the community and how to better serve the community in the future.
Being a center that is firm upon Sunni Islam, we believe in collaboration with all other organizations. For anyone who wants to reach out, anyone who would like to reach out in regards to us facilitating a workshop for their shabab or for their youth, or either brothers or sisters, by all means, we are here to support you, inshallah. And we want to one day become the gold standard across all of the events and activities that we do, whether it is our madrasa, whether it is our Quran college, whether it is our NextGen program. We want to be able to leave a guide and a structure, an organized way of delivering Islam in the best and most modern approaches towards this. Inshallah, I see MIA NextGen as becoming a gold standard in the flag bearship of Islam in Australia, Sydney. To start with, inshallah. But we're always hoping to get onto the global stage one day. If you really think about it, it's not a lack of resources. There are many masajid, there are many centers, but what purpose are they fulfilling other than just the 5 daily salawat? Other than Ramadan? Other than, the few night circles? Where's the community building here? And where is the targeting of the youth? Because the youth are our future. If we don't focus on our youth now, we'll lose them to something else. We'll lose them to modern ideologies. We'll lose them to secularism. We'll lose them to ideologies that are foreign and alien and are corrupt in accordance to what our Islamic beliefs are. And we'll end up losing our next generation. For we see that the resources are there. However, is the utilization of these resources being, is it being as enriching and as empowering as it could be? Definitely not. No way. For inshallah, we'll be bringing up the next generation of dawah carriers to then go out to these different centers, so that it's not all dead after one person leaves, which is unfortunate. When the imam dies, the masjid struggles to find someone else. When the imam leaves, the masjid struggles to find someone else. There's no systematic process here. There's no succession planning here. We want to, inshallah, create that with our shabab and our sisters, so that later on, when they're ready, they'll be taking on and supporting these other community initiatives, inshallah.
MIA NextGen requires support on many fronts. The main support network that it requires is in its people, in its volunteers, Other ways that you can support MIA NextGen is through financial means. The program itself aims to provide many benefits, and for that reason, sometimes there is a cost associated. If you are interested, you could sponsor us, and you can find all the information on the MIA page.